this idea envisions a finished product. This is something the user is actually going to interact with. It's going to have some physical substance to it. In the terminology that I used a long time ago in 505, this is interaction. Creation in IT is all about idea, implementation, and interaction. If you don't end up with a finished system that a user can interact with and solve problems, then you haven't performed IT well. We can't just sit there and dream up stuff and then think, oh, that's good in my own mind. We have to actually produce something. And the key idea of this finished system is the user is going to interact with it. When the user interacts with it, it solves the user's problem. Everybody feels good. Yeah. Product. Our new product is a cable that doesn't attach to anything. We hope to create demand via a series of commercials showing young people dancing. And then we'll all go straight to hell. He didn't take the last round of budget cuts well. Okay. Obviously, it's a takeoff on Apple products, which are basically just cables that don't do anything. But they do have young people dancing in their commercials, so that's good. Okay, the product has to be the actual thing. So, how does Apple or any other company get to a product? Answer, it starts off as a project. It's an idea in somebody's mind. Secondly, there's a long process that's followed to go from idea into implementation. And then we end up with the product. Dilbert, you'll work with Kenny the sales weasel on our biggest prospect. Tell me all of our product's technical specs on the way. I like to be prepared. Our product is beige. It uses electricity. Whoa! Brain overload. The products that we develop here will have those aspects and many more. Okay. So, what's a good project? This class is the IT Integrative Capstone Project class. What does it mean to have, and this is what you want, by the way, if you don't know what I'm saying, I mean, you want a good project because that's how I'll assess you. The grade will be based upon the project that you produce here. A good project, first of all, produces an acceptable product. One way that we all know that you had a good project is when you're all done, you have an acceptable product. This is a loaded term, acceptable. Acceptable to who? Yeah, it should probably be whom, but it sounds funny to me. Answer, the ultimate client. Not me. Could be me if I'm the client. Not Professor Hoppy. But the ultimate client. In other words, the person who came to you and said, this is what I want. When you're all done with your project, it was a good project if, first of all, the product that you produced was acceptable to them. Okay? The customer, the client, the user determines whether it's good or bad. Yep, that's how it works. Second aspect of a good project, it follows a defined process. Good projects are not just thrown together. It's not something that just stays in your mind. There's a process that needs to be followed. You'll do certain things. Why? Because this is how professionals do their work. There's a process that's followed there. Okay? And thirdly, for this class, these first two apply anywhere. But the third one is just for this class. It needs to be at an appropriate level. In other words, what you're going to do in this class is going to be bigger than any homework assignment you've had in any other class. It's going to be bigger than any project you've had in any other class. This is meant to be a substantial project, something that shows your mastery of information technology.